Doing well?
Yeah, I'm doing really well considering.
Yeah, considering the firestorm that we are in, that this planet currently is.
2020 is the year of the demise.
Or the rebirth.
Or the rebirth. Yeah, it's like...
Let's be optimistic.
It's always bad before it's great. So, sometimes you have to suffer for the good to come. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Andrew.
And this is the No Kidding Podcast.
Boop.
There was an episode that I edited recently that we did it perfectly. Like, I said this is Lisa and you said this is Andrew. Like, we just said it at the same time, and I was really proud of you.
Well, thank you. We're on that day.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be in the double digits?
Are we really? What episode is this?
This is episode 10.
Oh my gosh. We made it to 10 episodes. I'm actually really proud of ourselves.
That's the hump. This is like season 3 of a TV show.
You're right.
I think a lot of podcasts don't make it past 10.
I think you're right. I think they start and then they like, you know what? This is too hard.
They're like, uploading, editing, not good. Let's get out of here.
So hard. But we did it. I'm proud.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we were more prepared than most people are to create content.
I don't know. I can't say that for myself, but
I'm feeling super cozy today.
Are you? Because it's a rainy day, right?
It's a rainy day, and I have this new website that I'm loving called Nature Mixer. Go to naturemixer.com.
That sounds
not a sponsor. They have it's like a photographer, and he took all these videos of like really soothing natural landscapes, and then you have this whole selection of audio samples that you can mix over them, so like water flowing or gentle rainfall.
Yes, that sounds amazing.
Did you hear that?
I wasn't gonna say, but yes. What is that?
Do you mind, Starbuck? That's one of my dog's toys.
Oh.
She wasn't even playing with that one. She just rolled over it.
That is so funny. I was like, did you suddenly get a pig that I don't know about?
It's like a pig toy.
Some people do that. Some people like actually own pigs as pets.
Yeah. I mean, I like how you like had to tell me that. You're like, some people actually have pigs.
It is true. I mean, it could happen.
How else will we get bacon?
To be honest, I think that owning a pig... okay, so they're like one of the smartest animals, right? Pigs, and they're a lot like dogs.
I feel like they're almost human, like even in their biology.
Well, yeah, for sure. And they're very cuddly and sweet and stuff, but at the same time, I feel like they're a lot of work, like more so than a dog or a cat. Maybe that's not true. I don't know, but it just seems that way.
A lot of work?
I guess because they're not as domesticated normal. I don't know.
Okay, you're a pig person. What's your daily life like?
Okay, I sleep, and then I wake up, and then I snort all around the house, and I might...
You're not a pig.
Oh, I'm not?
It's like if you're a cat person, what's your day like?
Oh,
you're a pig person.
Oh, you mean like the owner of a pig? I thought you meant like if you're a pig, what would you do with your day if you lived in a house? Oh, if I was a pig person, like.
Also, I said if you were a pig person, not even if you're a pig.
I don't know why.
So that's like
I misinterpreted that. Really,
you probably hang out in the Nether with a gold sword.
Yeah.
That's a Minecraft joke for you.
I got it.
There's Minecraft fans out there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Continue.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just basing this on what I've seen on like YouTube videos and viral stuff, but it seems like there's 2 types of pig people. Ones that have pigs that are outdoor pigs and ones that have indoor pigs. Okay, so I think if I were
it's like outdoor cats and indoor cats.
I think so. And I'll talk about that in a second because I learned some stuff. But anyways.
Man, you've really done a deep dive on the pig owning community.
No.
Theories about them and you know all the different types.
There are different types.
You've done research on YouTube.
There's small. That's all I know. There's huge ones and there's small ones. Okay, but I'm just saying. What was I saying?
So if you call someone a pig, it might be a compliment.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think I would be an indoor pig person but of course I'd let them outside. I'd basically treat it like a dog, I think. Except I wouldn't let it sleep in my bed. I don't know. I
have to imagine hooves would be a deal breaker.
Yeah. Plus, how are they going to get up there? You'd have to pick them up every time, and that's a lot. Oh
man, imagine them on a linoleum floor. They'd be like air hockey. You could just shove them with your foot and they'd slide away.
That's true. I saw this video of this dog, and I'm sure other people have seen it because it's I think I've seen it all over the place. So you've probably even seen it. But it's this video of this dog who lives with this pig, and the pig is sleeping, and the dog wants it to wake up. It's like a really, really big pig, and the dog is like a miniature husky. Have you seen this? And it basically just like...
That must be a sight to see.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny because he's trying to wake up the pig. So he's just like pouncing his front paws all over this pig. Just like bam, 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 trying to wake it up. And then he just keeps at it. And then eventually the pig just gets so mad. And finally, you know, just lifts his head up and the dog runs off. But I was thinking that's how it'd be like with a pig. Because the pig just... wants to sleep, and the dog...
It'd be that way sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool though, because if you're really lazy and you don't want to have a really high maintenance animal, but then right before this I said pigs would be really hard to take care of, but maybe they wouldn't be. Maybe they sleep half the day. I don't know.
Crazy how nature do that.
Yeah.
I saw a video that some guy, it was kind of horrible. This guy like walks out into his field where he keeps his pig. I guess the point of the video was he was going to show how full he was from just, I guess he like gorged himself on, I don't know, whatever he found out in the field there. He was like really fat, like over on his side sleeping.
Yeah.
The guy like was showing how asleep he was, and he was like rocking him with his foot, and he like pushes him to like roll him over a little bit, but he's on a hill and he just keeps going.
Oh no.
And he just rolls all the way down the hill, and the guy's like, oh, and then chases after the pig.
Oops.
And the pig like doesn't even wake up. And people are like, is that pig dead? And he's like, no, it's fine. And he just
joking.
gets really full.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh yeah, poor pigs. They get so beat up. I did see a video of a guy who went into a pig pen and tried to pretend to be a pig and see if the pigs would accept him as a pig, but they just tried to eat him. So
what? You get mauled by pigs?
He got mauled. He was not at first. Like he sat in there for a while, and then they came over. They were kind of curious, and then they're like, you know what? You smell pretty good, so I'm just gonna... They just started, like, pulling at his clothes with their mouths, like, trying to pull his... You know, I think they were just
trying to eat him alive.
Curious, but it did look like they were trying to eat him. I was like, I don't know.
Maybe they bought it, and they were like, oh my god, this pig's got all this cloth all over him. Save him.
Maybe they're trying to save him. You never know. You can't interpret things the way that animals interpret them. But you do hear all those, like, scary stories of how people feed bodies to pigs, so
that's true. As far as I know,
that is true.
They can eat the bones and all.
Oh, nice. So that's the thing. I'd be a little
nice.
I'd be a little wary of having a pig laying next to me at night with that out there in the world.
Well, I mean, I doubt they could like eat you before you could wake up.
But they might know exactly where to bite. But I guess a dog could do that too.
Ruthless killers. It's like a lion. Pig assassins.
Pig assassins. Like, I'm okay having a lion in my house, but not a pig. That's crazy.
It's so funny because, like, I'm getting this from the tales, as you were saying, that the mafia basically employs pigs. I never thought they employed them for the actual assassination part.
Well, now you know. That was their plan. That's how they got away with so much.
Let the pig loose in the building, and they're like, go get him.
Yeah, that's how they got away.
Go get him, Porky.
Like, all right, sir. I'll go get that one. They don't even need guns. They just have their snout. They look all innocent.
Yeah, they know just where to strike, like you said.
And they're all innocent looking. They waddle in like nobody's business. So nobody says, hey, what's that pig doing in here?
I'm just imagining somebody being like, how does that pig look to you? And you're like, innocent. It's an innocent pig. I feel like incapable would be the word I would describe a pig.
Okay, true, because they can't jump. I've never seen a pig jump. But
I mean, it must be able to, right?
But then again, you have veins in your leg that they could slice open with their mouths if they grabbed a hold of your, I don't know, calf.
I want to see this in a movie. Some like assassin pig.
Attack of the pig.
Yeah. I go for his femoral artery every time. I never see it coming. This is excellent.
Yeah, but honestly, I think pigs are probably really sweet and kind animals. And I don't.
So you are a pig person?
Oh, 100%. Like, I don't know if it's just, I don't know, but like, I don't even like to eat pig. We've talked about this before. How I don't like pork or like things made like I don't like bacon, and it's not because of a moral reason. Although I don't like the idea of killing and eating animals necessarily. But that's not why. It's just like does not taste good to me at all. So I just don't like to eat it. But maybe there's something to that. Maybe it's like I have a natural love for pigs. So my body rejects it. I don't know. But I like cows too, and
All right, we rate you farm animals in the level that you would be willing to house them as a pet.
as a pet, like in my
Yeah.
house, you can't have
Yeah.
a cow in your house. I mean, that's
Exactly.
crazy. Although I did see, what's his name? Carl Pilkington. He went on his Idiot Abroad Adventures or whatever. And he met a family that owned, what did they own? A hippopotamus that lived in their house with
the
them.
heck?
Yeah.
Hippos are dangerous. And hang on, they need water. Like,
Well, yeah, he had like a
Severely.
little pond in the backyard he could go to, but when he was done swimming, he'd come inside and lay on the couch, and yeah, he like lived in their house. Anyway, so never say never.
he's like, hey, Samantha, I'll take a watermelon now.
Yeah, he was. He would walk right up to the counter and open
They're
his
giant.
mouth.
They're like the size of cars.
Well, I
Like, what do you
think
mean he sat on
I
them?
think he was rather small for a hippo, but let me see if I can find a clip for you. That was the first thing that popped up. That's so weird. Is this thing listening to me?
Listen, this is unreasonable. This has got to be like a baby hippo or something.
He's like medium size. He's not the biggest one, but he's not a baby either. He's medium size. I don't know. But anyways, so, okay, I wouldn't have a cow in my house. I wouldn't have a pig in my house, but I wouldn't mind having a farm that had those things outside. I think as far as like, let's see. See, even ducks. Like, I wouldn't want ducks or chickens in my house. That'd be total disaster.
A lot of people have ducks.
Yeah,
Birds of any kind, really.
when I was little, I owned 2 ducks. I don't know if you know this story, but
I do. I remember them.
yeah, so I was given them as a gift, like when they were babies, like newborns.
Yeah, you kept them in like a dollhouse or something.
Yeah, in the garage, really. I mean, they were stayed in my room for a little while, but then it got too messy and stinky, so we moved them to the garage. But yeah, so I raised them like, to a decent size. And then I don't know if it was one of our parents made me get rid of them or what, but I ended up having to release them to the wild, and I was really sad because I had to like bring them to a lake and let them go.
Whoa, you can't release
know.
born in captivity
Now
animals
I
back into the
know,
wild?
but I was forced, it was like parents, what are you going to do? So I was really sad about it. I remember that. And then I was thinking back on that, and I was thinking, wow, like it was just a terrible idea to own ducks because they were messy and hard to manage in a regular house. I didn't have a farm to let them run around on or whatever.
You're ruining friends for me.
No, why friends?
Because of the duck and the chicken.
Oh, yeah. That's right. It's been so long since I've seen Friends. I should probably rewatch that.
I love it. Carl's got the right idea. I'm watching this video you sent. He's hiding around the corner while this hippo's walking around the living room.
Yeah, it's
They have
weird
like
though, right?
They have like the murder high score in Africa, I'm pretty sure.
For hippos, I don't know.
See, he's not on the couch. They got him his own like they got him like a mattress.
Yeah, but it's like in the living room, right?
Yeah.
It's like the size of a...
He is a rather small hippo, but he's still bigger than a couch.
Yeah, he's huge. But he just like wanders around and makes himself at home. It's strange. What's the biggest animal that you would have in your house? I really always wanted to have a Great Dane.
Uh-huh.
Because they're just the cutest and sweetest. And Strider was my how do you say it when they pass away? My late dog, Strider.
Yeah.
um,
I think that would be your latest, so
my latest late dog, Strider.
because your late dog would be Isabel, right?
Yeah. Well, he passed away before Isabel, so.
Yeah, so it'd be your later dog. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, one of my dogs was half Great Dane, half Labrador. So
He's pretty large.
Yeah, he was probably the biggest. He was pretty close to being a Great Dane, but not quite. Anyways, so he's pretty big, but I've always kind of wanted to have a Great Dane. And I don't know. I think that would be fun, but it would also be extremely challenging. I don't know. I feel bad for animals that are that big and stuck inside all the time, and they can't really stretch their legs. And
yeah, and it's like, I don't know, like I guess there is definitely like a personality difference for like toy dogs, but I don't know, like a dog's a dog pretty much. Like once you get past like medium size, like you go any bigger and it's just a really big version of a small dog.
well, that's
So
true.
I feel like if you want the like what experience I feel like are you wishing to get Like,
Well, I will say that I tend to prefer larger breeds. I've always been gravitated towards larger breeds.
do you just want to like cuddle with them,
Yeah.
or like you want to be able to attack those grasshoppers if they come near you?
They do feel more protective, that's for sure. But I don't know, like I feel like I've always just bonded better with them, and they feel more like part of the family than a smaller dog would. And plus, too, like they're more fun in terms of the lifestyle. I think part of it is like lifestyle. So for me, I would like to go out and play outside and run around, and not that little dogs don't do that, but I don't know. They also seem to be more quiet and more gentle in my experience, but it could just be.
I feel like what's the point in getting Clifford when you can just get like a beagle or something?
Yeah, Mike's really trying to get me to get a beagle, but I'm so attached to Labradors because I've always had them. And so he's like, well, if we get another dog, maybe we should get a golden retriever because that's at least not the same dog you've always had, and maybe try to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, switch it up. Why not?
Yeah, so
Maybe you're just a lab person because you've never had anything else.
I think that's true. It's a lot of it is just my own.
See, you're never gonna not like a dog, right? Once you get to know any dog, you're gonna be like, "It's great."
I don't know. See, I don't necessarily feel that way. I feel like there's lots of dogs that I know that just are so annoying.
You're the worst dog. Get out.
Like they are, but a lot of it too is the owner responsibility of training it, making sure it's acceptable for human society, I guess.
Yeah.
And I do feel like maybe that's part of the problem. I do feel like smaller dogs aren't trained as well as larger breeds, because if larger breeds typically have to be trained because they are larger, and if they aren't, then it's a much bigger problem.
Right.
You can't control them as much. Like people are scared. And so like I guess my experience with smaller dogs is they have all of the behavioral problems of a dog that's not trained, but it's so small that
people like let them get away with it.
They let them get away with it, and it's just mildly annoying rather than, oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's just kind of an annoyance, but it's enough of an annoyance that I don't want that in my life.
Yeah.
So maybe if I had a smaller dog and I trained it well and and all that, maybe. I don't know.
But then also,
it's funny.
If you want the like raw dog experience, that sounds kind of weird. If you want the pure dog experience, that's like that they're just completely like uninhibited by, reality and rules. Maybe that's why people get like little dogs, and so they can like let them be themselves, so to speak.
True. But another thing is, even though all dogs are quote unquote the same, they have so many different traits depending on what breed they are.
Yeah, there are some pretty big breed differences.
Yeah. And it's funny because I was just watching recently, there's a show on Disney Plus that is all about, it's like the history of dog sizes. So it's basically right up this whole conversation. But it was basically starting, all dogs, like every dog ever they all came from the gray wolf, was their first descendant. So, or they're all descended from the gray wolf. So technically they all have traits that are similar because of that. But because they were bred all differently, they all have unique things specific to them. And they were saying that Chihuahuas have the best hearing of all of the breeds, because of the way that their ears are have been bred to develop, and the ear canal is like deeper than all the other dogs. And I don't know if it's like I don't know if the ear size has anything to do with it, but their muscles within the ears are more intricate, so they can turn the ear.
Like little radar dishes.
Like more precise movements than other dogs. So that made me think, like, because of all the dogs, I feel like Chihuahuas are the loudest in terms of they bark constantly. Like they're constantly barking at everything. But that explains it if everything they hear they want to bark at, and they hear everything. So it's like they're just like constantly on edge. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, so that was interesting. And of course, every breed has their own strength.
What about the Sholowitz Quintly?
I don't know what that is.
I feel like they must be related to Chihuahuas. I think a lot of people call them the Mexican hairless dog.
Okay.
And I think I don't know, where do they come from?
Oh my gosh, how do you even say that again?
I think it's like Sholowitz Quintly, something like that.
Oh, that's the weirdest name for a dog. Who came up with that name?
Aztecs? I don't know.
Oh, that guy that's got one next to him in the picture. He looks like Ricky Gervais a little bit.
I can see it.
Oh, you know what? Is this the dog that our cousin Kara had that just died recently?
I didn't know she had one of these.
I think it is. I think this. Well, maybe not. Now that I'm seeing other pictures, never mind. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. So I think they're like one of the like oldest breeds or whatever. And so
Looks like
I don't know, where do they come from?
Well, I know that dogs were the very first animal to ever be domesticated, and the Egyptians used to have dogs. So maybe it's like from.
Well, see, these are from Central America, and this is like before the New World was discovered and everything. They had these. So
wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if they're descended from like coyotes or something.
More than 3,000-year history in Mexico.
Beat that.
So, yeah. Chihuahuas, I remember them saying that Chihuahuas have been around for like 1,000 years.
And look at those ears.
So,
like the toys.
That looks a lot like
Quincy.
They must have good hearing, like better hearing than a lot of other breeds.
Must be.
I don't know.
If you have big ears, you can hear really well. That's what I always say to my brother.
True.
That was a very inside joke.
That was an inside joke. My brother has big ears. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Everyone got it.
Anyway. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So the other breeds kind of have like floppy ears if they're swimmers to keep the water out, or if they're diggers to keep the dirt out. The ears all have a purpose. But one thing I don't understand is the clipping of ears. You know, like for...
Oh, that's just kind of sadistic, right?
Like Dobermans, and do they clip German Shepherd's ears? Or are they naturally like that?
I mean, you can clip anybody's ears, but...
No, I know, but like to make them stand up?
No, they stand up on their own.
Oh, yeah, German Shepherds do? What's the other breed I'm thinking of then, other than Doberman Pinschers, where they crop their ears?
I think Pits, they do it.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much any, like, badass-looking dog, they try and make them look even more intense by clipping their ears.
Yeah.
Cropping is apparently the proper term for it.
Right. I guess I can understand it if it's like for that reason, for if the purpose of the dog is to be, you know, a guard dog of some kind, like protecting and serving, you know, like the police. But
and
honestly,
boxers, I guess.
Oh, boxers too. I honestly just don't. But I think personally, because for me, I prefer floppy ear dogs. They're just so cute. Like,
this Wikipedia article suggests that there are health benefits, but I'm not sure.
Really?
Well, they say, I guess, apparently it helps with potential ear infections and allows them to theoretically hear better, and erect shapes direct sound waves into the ear canal and amplify sound slightly. Long hanging pinnae, which I guess are the, like, hanging parts of the ears, also impose physical barrier and sound waves entering the ear canal. So it makes them hear better, and I guess theoretically helps with infections, but... Yeah, I don't know. Keep your dog's ears clean. It's fine.
Exactly. I was going to say that because I had, you know, labs, and labs have really floppy ears, and mainly because they're water dogs. But that was one of the things you always had to do, was make sure their ears were dry after swimming and like clean them after baths and stuff, so that they didn't get ear infections. And my dogs never really got any. I think maybe once they got, you know, some ear infection, but as far as the hearing goes, I mean, that, again, if it's going to be a guard dog, makes sense. You want them to be able to hear better. But I also kind of think, well, the breed was designed for specific, you know, it's like evolution. Your body develops for the type of dog that you are, for the type of things you do. So, right. I don't know.
The ears have a purpose, as you say.
Exactly. I don't know. Who am I to speak on this controversial topic? I don't know. So
you're so worried about the controversy.
Oh. I know. Well, I mean, because I can always see other people's side too. I don't want to discredit the other side, other opinions, but I do have my opinions, and that's okay too. So you were saying something before we got into the dogs.
That hippo's huge.
Yeah, that. But I feel like there was something else.
You were going through barn animals that you would have in your house.
Yeah, I think we decided not any animals. Oh yeah, and then we got on the ducks. And then something else. How did we get into large animals? I don't know. But that's all.
So you like larger animals. The larger, the better.
Actually, that might be true because I really like elephants. I think but I like the baby elephants. Like, I think baby elephants are so funny. But I also really love panda bears, and they're not so huge. I like animals that are funny, like otters. Otters are funny. Yeah.
You know what's a funny animal, though? Those
What?
grasshoppers around your house when they flop over. They're so silly. It's like they're drunk.
Did you see those pictures I posted? Wow.
I like
I'm
that you
not
shot them like
kidding.
an Alfred Hitchcock movie. It's like they were sneaking up on you.
They were. I'm not kidding. These crickets are I keep calling them crickets. These grasshoppers are out to kill me, I swear.
You turn around and all you hear is like them thudding against the concrete.
Well, they hiss, so there's that too.
Well, they make like grasshopper sounds.
I guess. But here's the thing. They're surrounding my house. They were on the roof. There was three of them. Yeah, I showed you on the post. There was 3 of them in my doorway trying to block me from leaving the house. And then while I was gone, so I had walked out to walk over to our brother's house because he lives, just so people know, he lives like a neighborhood or so down from me. So I walk to his house sometimes because it's just for some exercise. So I went outside to go over there, and I couldn't leave because they had lined up in front of my walk path in order to get out of. Okay, so my house, when you walk outside the door, there's kind of like a little alleyway before you get out to the driveway.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of blocked in. We've talked about the alleyway situation before. Okay, we've talked about how I was locked into an alleyway by these grasshoppers. They blocked
you in. They were ready to
it was
rough
a
you up.
forest. Yeah, it was a forest alleyway. Okay, there was trees on either side. There wasn't a whole lot of room for me to run, and then they walked out in front and just cornered me, essentially. So apparently these things have a thing about cornering people in alleyways, and that in and of itself should be enough to say they
don't deserve to live.
They don't. Well, no. I mean, I did try to save one that was dying. I will say I don't want them to die. Like, it made me really sad because I don't know what had happened to him, or her. I don't know.
Maybe they've just been trying to thank you this whole time.
Please. I think they thought I killed it, and so they're surrounding me because it was like the day before this happened. And I couldn't, because they terrify me. I couldn't physically save it. So I called my boyfriend out and I was like, please save this grasshopper because he's dying and getting eaten by ants. So you pawned
it off on something else. Getting eaten by ants?
Well, the ants were surrounding it and like it was still alive, but it wasn't able to move. I think it hurt its leg or something. And so anyway, it didn't go well. It didn't make it. We'll just say that. Okay. We tried. We failed.
Dude,
but we tried.
What's wrong with you? You're trying to starve all those ants?
I know. I know. I get it. There's a cycle, but I don't like seeing animals suffer in any way. So even the ones I hate. So
did you bring out like a little mini double barrel shotgun? You're like, it's time to put him down.
No, not quite. Mike took care of it. So yeah. Anyways, we walked out the next day and the head was gone. So his life was
the old praying mantis style.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, so now they've started invading my backyard screen. So every morning I go out and I do like my meditation and stuff on my back patio because it's screened in and it's usually cooler in the mornings. So I always go out there and I sit and I read my little devotional thing. And now all over the screen are these grasshoppers and they just watch me.
Staring at you.
And I cannot. I'm sitting there trying to have this meditation, this like calming practice, and like center myself and whatever,
and kind of like connect with nature.
Yeah, exactly.
And here nature comes messing it all up.
Exactly.
Getting in your way.
I have to keep opening one eye. Like I have my eyes closed and I have to keep like opening, even though I know they're on the outside of the screen and I'm on the inside.
Do you ever kind of like peek, you open one of your eyes and then you see one and then you close your eye and you're like, wait, that one was on the inside.
No, if that were true, forget it. I'd be out of there.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Exactly. It'd be exactly like that. It'd be a horror movie for me. But I've heard that they can eat through screens. And so now I have to go inspect the screen every day to make sure there's no holes.
And through skulls.
They
know the perfect place to bite.
True. But here we go. There's so much drama going on now because there's so many I keep calling them crickets. I don't know why. There's so many grasshoppers. And I don't know if you know this, but in Florida, there are millions of lizards in every yard. They're just...
This is true.
I don't know. They breed like worse than rabbits because I've never seen it. I've seen maybe 2 rabbits in my yard.
Now you
but
got
lizards?
a problem with lizards?
No. I love lizards. They're fine. I don't mind them. But the lizards hate the grasshoppers, just like me. And so now they're waging war over territory. So
what does a lizard versus cricket / grasshopper look like?
I'll show you.
You'll show me.
Well, I took a video of one. He didn't. Not much happened.
I can't see it over audio.
No, I'm going to send you a picture on Discord.
Okay. Well, what can the audience do?
I will post it. Okay, I'll post it on Instagram if Instagram is still alive after this 2020 nonsense.
Files are too powerful. You got to get Discord Nitro.
I guess so. That's what it tells me. Well.
Maybe you can describe it to me so that myself and the viewers can enjoy it.
Well, basically, the grasshopper's huge, okay? The grasshopper's probably like, I don't want to say double the size of a lizard, but close to double the size of a lizard. And so the lizard has to take up a lot of courage or build up a lot of courage to approach it. But once it does, gets like...
Sounds like singles night at the bar.
It gets all up in its face, and then the grasshopper hisses, and then it runs away, and then it comes back, and then it runs away, and then it's like this battle, like that's back and forth. Or maybe it's not a battle. Maybe they're flirting. I don't know.
They're both pansexuals, you know? In these crazy 2020 times, you just gotta love who you can love.
That's so true. That's so true. Maybe they are just trying to mingle. I don't know. It just seems like they're not happy with each other, but... maybe they're just playing hard to get. So that's what's going on in my house.
Lizard eats bugs, so he's like, I should be able to eat this, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe
it's just giant.
It's like huge.
Maybe he's trying to domesticate it. Maybe he's trying to start like a cricket farm.
Oh, maybe.
Now I'm calling them crickets.
What would they get out of that? These grasshoppers are. I was going to call them grackets.
Of course.
These grasshoppers are so lazy. They're so
But that's
lazy.
the perfect thing. That's why we breed cows.
So true.
They're huge.
But they're venomous.
They have lots of food, and they're big and slow, lazy.
I don't know. These grasshoppers are venomous to small animals.
They're venomous.
Yeah, they have venom inside of them. You're not supposed to eat them. I don't know what the venom is more.
Yeah, I've never seen a stinger on these guys. What?
They're not. It's weird because it's like they're not venomous until you eat them. So it kind of defeats the purpose. I don't know.
It's like I'm taking you with me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's kind of how it's kind of how like poisonous frogs work, right? Like the frog still gets eaten, but then, nothing else wants to eat the rest of the frogs.
I guess. I don't really know. I just read somewhere that if small animals or, things eat them, then it's toxic. So, because of their venom that they have. I don't know. But the funny thing is that since there's so many lizards out trying to scare off the grasshoppers, now the neighborhood cats are coming into my yard a lot. And they're all over though. I mean, usually I've got 2 cats that live in my backyard basically.
They're always drama queens. They always want to be part of the conflict.
Oh my gosh, these cats are so drama. Well, I'll say one of them. The black one is. There's a black one and a brown one. And the brown one's pretty chill. He's kind of laid back. He kind of sits there quietly and watches things with his judgmental eyes. He's very stoic. Whereas the black one's always getting into trouble. He's always fighting with the birds or the dog or he's always teasing other animals, the squirrels. He gets into a lot of trouble, but he's feisty.
He has a lot of adventures.
He does. And he'll climb up. There's a fence that he can jump up to, and then he jumps up onto the roof of the house that's behind me. And then he knows how to get onto a tree where every single day him and this bird fight every day. It's like a thing with them. And
he's like, oh, you again. Come here.
And then one day the bird brought reinforcements and the cat was going to jump up onto the fence. He didn't go the roof route. He tried to be sneaky and go the bottom way and climb up the fence where the birds were. And he was going to do that. And then all of a sudden there was like 3 or 4 birds instead of just the one bird. And he was like, oh. And they were chirping at him and he was meowing at them and they were, going on. And then he tried to jump up and then they swooped down and like, I don't know. And so anyway, eventually he ran off with his tail between his legs and they followed him. But anyway.
That's wild.
There's a lot of drama going on at my house,
I think I've seen videos where, I saw a video one time that a crow was like, had like a pet cat basically. Like he'd play around with the cat and like throw it food and stuff. Like it would go get food and like it would throw it to the cat and like get the cat to come around and then like he'd play with them sometimes and it was wild.
That's cute.
It's like they were friends.
That's funny because I saw a similar video but with a dog where a crow and a dog were best friends.
Crows are smart, man.
Yeah, they are. But they
I
would, like,
saw
play
a
and
video
stuff.
where a crow cursed out a dude.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious? I do know that crows can memorize faces. So they're like little surveillances running. Like if they could ever design technology to attach to a crow's brain to make them like surveillance on people, they probably could.
You don't know this? This has already happened.
This is it? This is the...
Yeah, there's a whole subreddit about it. That
Really?
All that in like, what was it? Like 2005, all the birds died from like global warming. And all the ones we see now are government replacements that are drones that are surveilling us.
Right. I think we actually talked about this on a previous episode. But yeah,
it's a conspiracy theory. I never know when
now I see
they're
how
just
that
memeing
happens.
Or like it's legit.
I know, but I could see how that could develop after our previous conversation just like 2 seconds ago about the
Yeah,
crows.
you were already kind of sold on it. You were like, now this is making more and more sense.
This could actually happen one day. But no, I'm not thinking that it actually is.
I'm watching crow and cats that are best friends.
Aw.
There's several videos.
Really? I'll try to find the dog one for you. Oh no.
They all look like the same pair, I guess.
Wait, did I just... Okay, never mind. I thought I messed up my recording. Because my mouse, it goes like into sleep mode if I don't touch it. And the only way to wake it up is to click it like 2 times. But if you click it, sometimes it comes back too soon and then it clicks things, that you don't want to click.
Crazy things happen.
Yeah.
So, yes, this is a wild time, and everyone needs Nature Mixer to make it better for their ambient
that's what we were talking about. Yes.
Yeah, I was just looping back around. It was just very roundabout.
Yeah,
we took about a 30-minute detour there. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, that sounds really nice, actually.
It's quite nice, yes. I personally think that the desert campfire needs to be a part of every one of them, but if you select a scene, it's cool because he's curated it, so you select a scene, it'll pull up the video, and then it'll give you like a created list of sounds to go with it. But then you can add and remove them to your desire, so.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty cool. I always like the coziness of a campfire. Even if it's like,
yes,
some kind of frigid looking landscape or
so true
wet looking landscape. Like this one I'm watching right now, it looks like the video was taken from the center of a river, but I still imagine that I'm there on a campfire. It's fine.
Well, okay.
It's maximum cozy.
If your mind can do that, I guess.
Yeah, there's just a little island where I am, and I'm on it with a nice little campfire, and there's no wind. It's fine.
How nice. How nice.
Oh, look at this crow and dog. They're such best friends.
Yeah, they're besties.
You sent me this video, and it's adorbs.
It's adorable. It is kind of cool when other species become friends, and you're like, that's weird. I mean, in a good way.
So what's the weirdest animal you would have as a pet? Like outside of farm animals?
The weirdest animal?
Like it might be interesting to have an octopus as a pet. Like they gotta be crazy smart, right?
They must be. Oh, I saw the saddest octopus video.
Okay.
Okay, so this was a really cute octopus. He was just minding his own business. He was being filmed by a film crew or whatever. I don't know if it's a crew, but somebody. And it's just, checking out stuff on the bottom of the sea.
Sure.
And he's super cute. He's like this little, like, perfectly. It's like something out of a cartoon. And it's super cute. But then out of nowhere, a seal comes up and eats it. I know. It's so sad. Because it's like they build you up. You're getting all excited. You're like, oh my gosh, that's such a cute little octopus. And you know, that seal, like, they weren't paying attention. And the seal was like, what are you shining a light on over there? What's going on over there? Oh, you got me some dinner. Great. Bam. It's gone. I was so sad.
Have you seen that's the cutest thing I've ever seen meme?
I don't know. I've probably seen a lot of cutest things.
That's what I was referencing by my squeal just then. Just so we're all on the same page.
Okay. Oh, I see. This is a Twitch. Oh no, this doesn't look good. Oh my gosh. That's CGI. That has to be. That cannot even be real.
It's a cutscene from a game.
Oh. So anyways, this cutest little bunny rabbit comes hopping out of his hole and then gets pummeled by an arrow.
Did you have the audio on?
Yes.
Yeah, her reaction is the meme.
Of course.
People love to cut like other things into that video with just her. Because like, you know, she's like, on Twitch they have like the webcam and then they like overlay the video behind them.
Oh.
So people will cut in like whatever. And then she'll... It's great. It's a great meme format.
So true.
What's your favorite meme format?
I kind of just like the short clips of like something funny, you know? Like I don't need a whole long thing. I don't know.
So TikTok.
No, even TikTok's kind of long.
TikTok's too long for you?
Yeah.
You're like, I need to get too invested in these TikTok videos. I don't know.
No, I do. I mean, you know, I like watching TikTok videos, but I mean, like as far as a meme goes, I don't consider TikTok a meme. I consider them like short clips.
Sure.
So a meme to me is like a quick point, like something that happens and then it's like immediate karma kind of thing, where it's, I don't know, just very.
You're losing me.
It's just very.
Shout out to YouTube Haiku,
sweet
the
and
subreddit.
to the point is what I mean. The subreddit.
Yeah, you gotta hit up YouTube Haiku if the TikToks are too long for you. YouTube Haiku, I'll sort you out.
Why? What does that do?
It's just great. It's great subreddit. Short videos, pretty awesome.
Okay. I guess maybe I don't know what a meme is.
It took 10 episodes to get you to admit it, but I'm glad we can. Now that you've admitted it, we can heal.
That's so true. Like, I don't know. Because I like sometimes I think a meme is just a picture with words on it. Is that a meme?
It can be.
What would that be called?
Well, I mean, it could just be a picture with words on it, or it could be a meme.
No, but like a picture that has like sarcasm in it. You know, like words with sarcasm. Is that a meme?
Sure, it can be a meme.
Or like just a picture with a weird face, like somebody doing a weird, like, gross face or a happy face, or
it's like a viral joke, basically.
Yeah. So any viral joke is a meme.
Pretty much.
Okay. So I feel like
you'll know when you see it. Well, I say that.
Unless you're me.
I can't believe you didn't know who Thanos was. It's still riling me.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, you doing it well. We said we'd pull that into this video, and here we are.
Right.
Have I lost you?
Yes.
We said that in the last episode that we'd reference that video.
Are you talking to me? Is that... Am I still here? Are we still together? I don't know. What are you talking about? You'll have to refresh my memory. That was like forever ago.
It's the meme about the LL Cool J song. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm lost.
It's okay. I edit the podcast, so everything always feels fresh to me.
Oh, there we go. Then all comes back together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there we go.
Okay.
Nature Mixer. Excellent
Mixer.
Program. Get on
Got
it. Also, a soft murmur if you don't need the video. If you just want some background noise, some soothing sounds. Maybe like play that with a little bit of chill hop on the side. Oh, so
chill
good.
hop. Nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, you're really mixing it in. You could be like the relaxing DJ. You could be.
Ooh.
You could start a whole new trend of music genre because I mean, honestly, the music needs an uplift right now. There's
I like
too
the
much...
idea. I like the idea of somebody like walking into a room like a masseuse does and starts like setting up, but then they put like a turntable down and like really gently, and there's like just like quietly plugging in aux cables, and they're like, "All right, everybody, are you ready to relax? Are you feeling centered? Here we go.
Eyes closed. This is gonna rock your world." It's kind of like elevator music though, or like what was that genre called where it was similar to that? It was like really laid back music. It was like, all right, folks, let's get our beats on. I don't know. I feel like there was a genre like that back in the 70s or something. I don't know. Like cool 100, like the
Cool Whip.
No, like there was a station that was called like Cool 100 WWGDI. You know, it was like some station back when they had radio stations. Do they still have radio
and they were
stations?
Famous?
It was
Did
like
you
a
just
whole.
ask that question?
Do they?
Yeah, they still have like JRR.
Do they really?
Yeah, and it's
my gosh.
That was our local radio station that plays like alt rock back in the 90s.
Did they change to be like hip hop now?
No, they play the exact same music. You can go you can pull up JRR and hear Nickelback from when you remember them all the way till their most recent 2016 album or whatever.
No way. They have a 2016 album.
I don't know, but
Sheesh.
yeah, they have newer stuff, but mostly they play I guess it's becoming classics now.
Wow, who listens to the radio anymore?
Here's the thing. iHeartRadio is an app, and you can download it and listen to radio stations all over the world. So if you like move away from home and you want to listen to your old radio station, you can do it.
Really? I could see that happening if you're in the middle of nowhere and you hate the music there.
It's been integrated into
But then
modern
again,
technology. People, I think, mostly love like the radio shows and stuff. Like they do like morning shows.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of like another form of podcast, you know?
True. I did watch a documentary about what were they called? Oh my gosh, my brain is going to fart on this right now. The two guys that were on the iHeart radio station.
Howard Stern and Ryan Seacrest.
No. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I am blanking on this. Tom and Dan. Oh my gosh.
Tom and Dan in the morning.
I cannot believe it took me that long, and I didn't even look it up online. Like I thought of it before I could look it up. But
I thought you were gonna come out with Troy and Abed.
No, that's funny. I'm trying to get Mike to watch The Community, but haven't got there yet. I actually stopped watching it and finished it.
Ryan Seacrest is in that.
He hates him, so he also hates. What's the name of the other guy? The main character.
My joke was that Joel McHale is
Ryan
okay. Seacrest.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I get that. That's funny. Haha. I get it.
Now I see why you can't ever spot a meme.
Takes me too long to get there.
You just don't know good comedy.
Yeah. No, it makes sense though. It's funny. It's a good. It took me too long to get there, so the immediate reaction of laughter wasn't there. But I appreciate the joke because I get it.
So you're like, excellent joke, good form, very unexpected.
Exactly. Oh, anyways, I don't even know. Yeah, radio podcasting is newer and better. Nobody listens to radio
Whoa.
because
Your podcaster is shooting down radio. Pow, pow, pow. Shots fired.
Well, it's like not necessary anymore, really. I don't think. I mean,
Get over
I guess,
yourselves, radio.
I guess like talk
Except the
radio
future.
maybe, but even that I feel like is now becoming podcasting. And any music you could want to listen to, you could listen to on many of the other music, applications. Like
Yeah, but I feel like it's good format. Like I've been listening to or watching a lot of streams lately that they're continuous streams. Basically, they never end. So like once one stream ends, there'll be like a short interlude period where it'll say like next stream starting or whatever. But then if they don't have a lot of content for like an hour block or so, like if they don't have any new like live content coming up, they'll play some of their old stuff or they'll play some music or do other stuff. So I mean, it makes kind of sense that they'll have like some morning shows and stuff, but then like during the day when not as many people are listening, they just hit like the top 20s, which like pretty much anybody would enjoy listening to. So I don't know.
I guess so. I guess the thing about it for me is the commercials are
Yeah.
so annoying.
That's what kills it.
It kills it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
And they replay a lot of the same things. I don't know.
See, now, if they said the ads as if the radio host said the ads in a very like endearing way, then it would all be okay.
Exactly. It's not an ad. It's not an ad if we say it, with our normal voices and just play it in like it's part of the show. Oh, okay. Just kidding.
They cover all their bases.
Right. Well, they have to. I mean, they're dying, so they've got to do what they can do.
See, that's the interesting thing, though. Like, I guess there's a lot more production that goes into a radio station, but how can a podcaster like make enough money to support themselves and like a whole cast? Like, one podcast can have like 5 people on it sometimes. How do you make enough money to make it worth it for all of those people if they're not just doing it as a hobby? And whereas like a radio station needs to constantly play ads to keep, their employees. Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Food for thought. I assume just the radio station has a much higher operating costs, but.
Yeah, that's true. They have more production and higher quality stuff. But who needs that?
Yeah, who needs that?
Who needs degrees and stuff to be actually good at their job?
Yeah. And if you disagree, remember where you are right now. Listen to us. You're in the garbage.
You're in the wrong place, my friend.
You're digging through the scum right now. You've gotten here. Others will too. You'll see. You'll all see.
You'll all see. Nothing really matters.
There are dozens of us.
Nothing really matters.
Sure.
Yeah, a chalupa. I was trying to think of the name of this animal. It's kind of like a cross between a koala bear, a squirrel, a kangaroo.
Capybara?
What?
Capybara?
Is that what they're called?
I don't know. Are they the photogenic ones?
Are they photogenic? They actually are. No. Not those.
You know what I'm talking about?
Those are like pigs. Like guinea pigs. Like humongous guinea pigs.
Oh, you were mixing a bunch of animals together. What do you want from me?
That's just one animal. Guinea pigs. Huge.
No, but they're kind of quality.
What do they call? You can hold it in your hand, so it's that small.
This is like a riddle. What's something you can hold in your hand and is a chimera?
No, it's not a chimera, and I don't think it's called a chimera. I think it's called a chimera. Capybara. Capybara. Is that it?
The photogenic ones.
Koala bear maybe? Okay, I'm gonna.
Capybara is a rodent. Here, I'm sending it to you.
No, I know what it is. I know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? Oh, drop bears. You're probably talking about drop bears.
Drop bears? Maybe.
Do you know about drop bears?
No, what are they?
They're like a feral form of koala that is in the wildest parts of the outback. And if you stray too far from the cities of Australia, you'll encounter drop bears. And they're like these haggard koalas that like leap out of the trees and grab you and like bite you all over. Like imagine the like the killer bunny rabbit from Monty Python, but they can climb trees.
That's terrifying. I'm trying to look it up. Drop bear. Where did you learn about that?
I mean, it's just a very well-known fact. They're in the same ecology
terrifying.
sphere.
That's not real.
They're in the same ecology sphere as like the snipe.
That's not real. The snipe?
Yeah, the snipe. It's a very rare bird. It's very difficult to spot.
I wonder why.
Yeah, well.
It snipes you before you can actually tell anybody.
They know the exact weakness points to hit. They go right for the carotid.
Just like the pig.
You mean just like the grasshoppers?
Oh, please. Come on. That's low. You can do better than that. I'm disappointed in you.
You're like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That's where it hits hard. I'm just disappointed in you. I don't know. I can't think of the name of the animal, but the closest thing I could think of that came up was this Western tarsier. And it's like that, but...
Tasmanian devil?
Oh, no. Or maybe it's called a sugar glider. No, it's not a sugar glider. Maybe it's a single galago.
Have you ever seen
It's like a teeny tiny little, I don't know. People have them as pets.
Have you ever seen a slow loris?
No, what's that?
Well, I'll show you. It's a primate.
That's what I'm thinking of, I think. No, that's not it. That kind of looks like a sloth.
Look at his little face.
Oh, he's cute. Oh, I think this is kind of what I was thinking of.
This is very engaging audio content.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Anyway, they're super cute and small, but I think
these are some adorable animals that you can look up at home.
Yeah, just go ahead and look it up. But they have big brown eyes. They're nocturnal, and they.
Slow lorises are like they're like a sloth's brother.
They're like a sloth's baby brother.
Like a little sloth cousin.
They're so cute. But yeah, that's what I was getting at, was because you were saying what's the weirdest animal that you would have as a pet, and I was thinking like there's tons of people right now that have been wanting to get like,
sugar glider
pets. Could be a sugar glider. I don't know, but it kind of looks like this one, the one you said, the slow loris.
Oh, a sugar glider would be so much fun.
Why? Why are they so fun?
Because they'd be sailing around all over the place all the time.
Oh, yeah, they fly. Well, they glide.
It'd be like having an anime pet.
Yeah. So I think I'll just stick to the normal ones. Because I kind of feel bad if...
Normal pigs?
Yeah, just the normal pigs, not the weird ones.
Well, theoretically, all the domesticated animals are pretty normal. There's a decent percentage of Americans who keep them on their property.
Domesticated animals?
Take care of them.
Yeah.
In a way, they're a pet.
That's amazing.
There's probably there's got to be like as many chickens out there as, taken care of by humans as cats, right?
Maybe not. Oh, we never talked about my cat podcast that I listen to.
Your cat podcast?
Yeah, so I would listen to this podcast, which is a podcast I recommend to anyone who's interested in like things that will kill you.
What?
Because it's called This Podcast Will Kill You. That's the name of the podcast. But it's really interesting because every episode they go into a topic of something that could kill you. So, and one of the topics that I was referencing here was the one about toxoplasmosis.
Toxoplasmosis.
Yes.
These parasites in cats' poop.
We talked about it. So that's what made me think of bringing it up again, was like how there's, Anyway, but because it's about cats, they went into like a long history of cats and the domestication of cats and all of that. So it was really interesting.
Joe Exotic's version of big cat domestication.
Right, yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, they all came from like big cats originally, I think. Maybe. It's hard to say. It's hard to trace their lineage or whatever.
I mean, they're basically tiny lions.
Basically, but I don't necessarily think that it's like there's a clear, because they were small before they were domesticated. So
right, because they would have tore you up.
Exactly. So I don't know where that evolutional change happened, but I don't think it was due because
somewhere around the links, I would guess.
Maybe, yeah. But basically, humans didn't domesticate cats. Cats just decided we're going to be domesticated with humans. Like, it was the cat's decision.
Maybe they domesticated humans.
Maybe. I mean, that would make sense because they basically control the world with their poop, so...
They basically showed up and Egyptians were like, write all of our hieroglyphics about this thing.
Yeah, do that and we'll be back. You just take over the world and we'll worship you for a while. That's all good. And then that's why there are a bunch of little, high and mighty animals running around with their little stuck-up noses. Just kidding. That was a cat jab.
You're like, that was a dig too far towards cats.
Sorry, cats. There are some that are very loving, but most.
But we're not sorry about Cats the movie.
No. Nope. But anyway, it's a very interesting podcast. I recommend you listen to it. I recommend you listen to that episode because
they will kill you.
It will kill you, and cats will kill you.
Who's been killed by toxoplasmosis?
There's a small percentage of humans, but mostly it kills wild animals. Lots of wild. It's actually a really big problem in killing other animals. So. Yeah.
Like what?
Like pretty much any animal that comes into contact with it and eats it and then Well, it depends. Like some of them just get infected and it causes a lot of issues, like medical issues, and then they die because they're weaker.
Complications.
Yeah, complications. And then there's some that actually, like for example, obviously rats are big because it's basically, I think it's basically designed to control rats. This is the main one, or like small rodents. So, yeah, but it can affect dogs if they eat cat poop. They can get sick. They can have complications and die. If, that's rare, but mostly it's the wilder animals that aren't hygienic. They kind of just spread
How
things.
about a capybara? That's like a big rat.
They spread. It's kind of like the virus. How the more you're around other wild animals, you spread it to other wild animals, and it just gets out of control. But dogs and stuff, they're like segregated. So, but yeah, like that, like what you just said. What'd you say?
How about capybaras? They're basically big rats.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they would be. Yeah, that would probably happen. So it's weird because cats are the only. It's actually it's a parasite for one, and cats are the only host that the parasite can fully develop. So what happens is the cat poops out there's a certain strand of the toxoplasma. And then the rat eats the poop, and now the rat's infected, and then it mutates into a different version of of like another strain, and then the cat it like buries into their muscle. Oh, that's one of the things it does. It gets into your muscles, and it causes cysts, and it's like within the muscle, and for humans it's usually only affects people who are like already have an immune deficiency or some other, frail condition. So usually a healthy individual might never even know that they've been infected. So it doesn't affect everybody the same. But in the rat, for example, the rat now, it targets the muscles and the brain. Those are the two areas it affects. And then if it gets to the brain, then that's when it says it controls the cat or the rat's brain, because then the rat being infected by this parasite, the parasite wants to find its matching host or its matching strain, the one that the opposite, like they want to come together is like the whole goal. So it smells and comes back to the original cat that left the poop. So it actually is attracted to the cat pee and defecation and stuff. Like it smells it and it knows, and it tracks down that same cat. And then the cat attacks the rat and then gets the parasite, the other strain of the parasite, back into its system. And then the two parasites merge and develop. And now it's completed its cycle. And now the cat is controlled by this parasite. So
crazy how nature do that.
It's bizarre. It's like, it was actually one of the coolest things I've heard in a long time, because it was like so science fiction. It really was. They explain it way better because they're like doctors and stuff, but they're interesting I don't know. They know what they're saying and what they're talking about. And so I recommend, and they do tons of research. And so they really put a lot of effort into their podcast. Unlike this one. So
unlike some people,
not us. We're clearly dedicated and we do so much for you people. Just
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Just be grateful. No, just kidding. But anyway,
Did you see what I sent you?
No. Let me see. What is that? What is that? It's an ant. The zombie fungus takes over the ant's body to control their minds.
You don't know this?
I think I have known this actually, but I have never seen
Zombie
a picture
ants.
of it. What is that? What's growing out of his neck?
It's a fungus that grows in their brains and then controls them to go to like the highest spot, like climb up a branch as high as they can to get lots of sunlight, and then the fungus just like eats them from the inside out and becomes like a plant on the top of above the tree cover.
Joking? What the heck? This is the thing. Okay, like I've seen videos of the deep ocean and the weirdest animals, but beautiful, I will say, craziest alien looking animals in the ocean, and then stuff like this like science fiction. No wonder people think that nobody knows what's out there. Nobody really knows the world and what it's capable of. It's crazy. There's so many weird things out there.
It's just like Princess Mononoke.
It is exactly, well, not exactly like that, but
It's
But
exactly
that's the thing
like
is like
that.
you have to think if that kind of stuff is living on Earth.
Okay, flip it on you.
What?
Octopus, smartest animal, we're calling it. What's the smartest plant?
Excuse me, octopus are the smartest animal.
Yeah, there's no criticism here. Move on. What's the smartest plant?
Is it the Venus flytrap?
I don't really have an answer for this.
I don't know. I mean, it sits there and it just waits for an animal to crawl inside of its claws.
I don't know. This one has mind control,
Claws.
though.
That's true. A mind-controlled plant. But then is it a plant or is it a parasite?
It's a fungus.
Oh, it's a fungus. Fungus are freaking crazy, I will say. They are probably up there with, if they're considered within that plant. If it's considered a plant, is fungus a plant or is it its own creature?
Yeah, it's a plant. I'm thinking though, there used to be like I don't know if this was like fictional or something.
Hello,
I remember reading
fungi
something.
are not plants. First thing you Google.
Get out of here.
It says they're not. Fungi are not plants. Living things are organized for study into large basic groups called kingdoms, and fungi are not listed in the plant kingdom. They're listed in the plant. Oh wait, they were listed in the plant kingdom. Then they learned that fungi show a closer relation to animals, but are unique and separate life forms.
What?
So they're not plants or animals.
What?
That's what it says.
I don't know about that. I was just looking it up. I heard that the largest organism in the world was a fungus that was connected. It had a bunch of interconnected veins, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Largest terrestrial organism on the planet is called Amaryllis sophidipis, or honey fungus.
Okay.
This is from earthsky.org. I don't know if that's a reputable site. But
It's probably
it sounds like
good.
the honey fungus gets its size from its ability to fuse into a single organism. So I guess there's a bunch of different mushrooms that fuse and become one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
do you think
These fungi grow individual networks above and below ground called mycelia.
Wow. Okay.
So basically a whole forest floor can become one mushroom. That's all interconnected and sharing resources. And
they're basically going to take over the world. First I said cats because they're mind controlling everybody. But now that I know about the fungi.
So you think the end times will be a giant fight between cats and fungi?
Well, have you seen how the mushrooms are getting bigger and bigger? They're growing and they're not stopping. So just saying.
I'm just going to clip that and put it at the top of the episode just so people know what they're getting into.
It could happen.
What was your criticism about octopi being the smartest animal?
I don't think they are.
What's the smartest animal?
A dolphin.
No, they're smarter.
A crow.
No, they're way smarter than crows.
What do? They
Smart things.
They're not trainable.
What do you mean?
Are they?
You could train an octopus to do anything. The hardest part about training them is that they have free will.
Oh. Like humans?
They must be aliens.
True, they must be.
Octopus, let's see.
I'm looking up the smartest animal in the world. It seems like all different animals have different strengths. So, top 10 smartest animals.
Oh, are you on the How Stuff Works website?
No, I was looking at NBC
You're
News.
on a different top 10.
Yeah. NBC
Excellent.
News and Business Insider and Pop Science. I'll check out Pop Science and see what they say. Oh, what? Come on. Get out of here with you have to subscribe in order to read this article.
Yeah. Okay, can we talk about how bad the news article sites have gotten? They're terrible.
They're terrible.
They're just all the ads and pop-ups. Disable your ad blocker. Here's 1,000 ads, and here's a unmutable video, and subscribe to our newsletter. Literally, as I was saying that, they just popped up a pop-up that says, "We're obsessed with finding answers as you are. Get the How Stuff Works newsletter." Big
gosh.
in the way of the article I was reading, in the middle of my screen.
Wow.
They grayed out the screen behind it. It's nuts.
It is nuts. It's like...
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
And why is every single item of this list on a separate page that you have to click through? I know the answer, but still, why?
I don't know. It's a good question.
It's messed up. They just want my clicks. They want the page views.
There you go.
Oh, great. Now I'm hitting the back button. I have to go through every single item in the list that I... Oh, God. This is horrible web design.
You need to get on them about that. I help my friend often go through and because she designs websites, and we troubleshoot like the design before it becomes live.
So do you have
Yes, the octopus is smart as heck. Yeah, okay, that's saying it's smart as heck. Okay, I still need to read this because I don't understand. But it's not the smartest.
You're like, I'll make some sweeping statements right now.
But I'm sweeping this up. It's not the smartest.
Fight me.
I will. Chimpanzees.
Dude, there's a picture in this article of octopus using 2 shells as shields.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty smart. I will say that I've seen a lot of animals doing some pretty creative. Oh, bears. They're pretty smart. They're starting to learn how to use rocks and stuff to help, eat shelled things. Oh my gosh, that's one new thing that I learned. I never knew this existed, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit, being that I would consider myself to be, I enjoy wolves in the sense that I like dogs, and so wolves are intriguing to me. They're like the bad boy dog, like they have this edge.
Like they got a biker jacket and they like smoke a cigarette and they're like, yeah. Woof woof, and you're like, wow.
Not quite that far. But they're like, come into the forest and let's see if we can tear some stuff up. They're pretty deep. They're pretty dark. And they're pretty cool because they're mysterious and they're very like, they're wolves. Anyways, so I consider myself to be like educated on wolves for the most part. I know about them, whatever. But I can't believe that I never knew that there is a wolf, like a breed of wolves that are, like, what do they call them? They're basically, instead of surviving on the land, they survive in the ocean. Have you heard about these wolves?
What? I think I've heard of island dogs. Like there are packs of dogs that like live on islands and like will eat fish and stuff. But yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, they have different names, but they're called like they're called sea wolves or something else.
Sea Dog. That's a great brewery. They make a blueberry beer.
No. But there's like a nickname for them. It's called like why don't I ever remember things? It's
remember, Lisa.
My brain. Anyway, they're basically they're sea wolves. They live on an island, and I think it's like in the British Columbia coast, and they're super unique to all the other wolves because they live off of fish and seafood, basically like crabs, and they dive to get food. And they swim between different islands in the area. And it's like their predominant food choice is food. And sometimes they'll attack seals, I think. Anyway, it's super weird because wolves aren't really known for swimming. They're known for hiking and like climbing and things like that.
Hiking.
Well,
like they have 2 little like hiker poles, and they're like they pass you in the trail and they like tip their hat and they're like, hey, I'm
bad.
The peak is really clear today.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they're bad.
Oh yeah, sorry. They have a leather jacket and they're like,
piss off. Rain wolves.
Oh, that's right. They're British, right? You said they're. Oi, piss off.
I didn't even make that connection. I was just saying that. Yeah, so they're called that's what they're called. Rain wolves and sea wolves. Anyway, I found it fascinating. But back to smartest animals. That's pretty cool that as octopi. I've never learned how to say that, right?
Octopodes.
That's how you say more than one octopus? I don't think so.
Yeah, obviously. Octopodes.
No.
What do you mean no?
Octopodes.
Octopodes.
I'm denying that as reality.
You're denying a lot tonight. Let me tell you, you're wrong. It's octopodes.
Is it really? I don't believe you.
You gotta believe me.
I've never heard that
word. I've never lied to you about animals in this podcast.
Okay, now I definitely don't believe you. I've never heard that term in my life. Okay, so wow. Yeah, they're pretty incredible. But I don't know if they're the smartest. But that's the thing is, I think
the only way they're not the smartest animal is if they're technically not an animal because they're not from this planet.
True, they are like they're like aliens. Have you seen that crazy? Is it a jellyfish or a
the box jellyfish?
No, it's
the one that can live for like 1,000 years.
Yeah, is that what it's called? Box jellyfish.
It never ages. The box jellyfish is super poisonous. I don't know if it's the one that also is like Immortal.
No, it's not that one.
Immortal jellyfish. I started typing in immortal, and it came up with immortal jellyfish immediately.
I think it actually might be a squid.
Teratopodus dorahini. I'm sure I said that perfectly. And is known as the immortal jellyfish, a species of small biologically immortal jellyfish that are found worldwide in temperate tropical waters.
Wow, they are pretty.
Yeah. That's from Wikipedia.
But no, I was thinking of something else. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's not a squid. I thought maybe it was a squid, but it's definitely a jellyfish. But it's huge. It's like...
Giant squid?
Oh, it's called the blanket octopus. And it's the female that's huge. And it's basically... I think it eats the male, but the male is like totally, it's like helpless because it's so tiny.
The heck?
Let me see if I can find more information on it. Blanket octopus.
It sounds intense.
It is so intense, but it's so cool.
I've seen a giant Pacific octopus.
I think the Dumbo octopus is ridiculously cute.
Is that the little bubbly one?
Yeah.
It's like an emoji.
It is. So yeah, they're huge. Okay.
That's the size of a giant Pacific octopus.
Oh my gosh. I have seen like videos of octopus trying to take down boats. So I don't know what that's about.
What do you mean?
Like they'll wrap themselves around boats and try to like take them down under with them. They're kind of aggressive, aren't they?
I mean, humans can be aggressive or kind.
Okay. Well, anyways, these blanket octopus, there's a difference in size of the males and females where the males are about the size of a walnut and the females can reach to be 6 feet long. They can also weigh up to 40,000 times.
Oh, they have such a beautiful flowing dress as well.
Yeah. But they're like
they weigh how much?
40,000 pounds. Or no, so 40,000 times more than males.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. That was a
40,000
typo.
pounds. Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know how they mate. That's kind of weird. But anyway, that's one of the largest size differences between males and females.
Well, it's getting on there, so I think we should end the podcast. But before that, I'm going to direct people, if they're big fans of big and fascinating nature, they should go watch the video of the biologist woman who is just so in love with the fact that whales have the biggest penis in the whole animal kingdom.
Well,
fantastic
she
video.
would. That sounds...
She's so enthusiastic about it. She's like, it's big.
Wow. I guess that's why she's
great.
A scientist.
Yeah, I think that was mostly scientific fascination, but it reads a little differently on camera.
All right. I feel you.
So anyways, this has been a production of the great and wonderful No Kidding podcast. Do you have any closing remarks?
Yes, if it's not too late for you, which it is already because this is going up way later than it. But I hope you took part in the Donut Day, which was June 5th. For us, right around the corner, but for you, a month gone by.
So you're talking about the free donuts from Krispy Kreme?
Maybe. I haven't heard of free donuts. I just know tomorrow is Donut Day.
They generally have free donuts at Krispy Kreme.
Oh.
I always have to balance the awesomeness of getting free donuts versus the extremely insanely wrap around the building long lines that are there for one single free donut.
Yeah, that's true.
But unfortunately, our nearest Krispy Kreme was recently demolished.
Yes, I've heard that. That's
by protests. Not protesting donuts. Donuts are fine. I think everybody's still fine with donuts. In fact, I think people were a little too excited by donuts at that time.
I think some people need to have a little bit of donut in their life.
Need a little donut in my life.
Yep.
So I hope they were appropriately refueled, but
hopefully
no free donuts tomorrow.
Probably not. Not tonight or today. Not tomorrow.
Ever.
Sorry, just had a glitch. Anyway.
Of course. It's that brain.
Yeah. Okay, well, signing off now. I hope you had fun.
Talking to me?
Everybody. I hope everybody had fun.
Oh, they had fun, yeah.
Cheer up. Have a great day. Don't let the world get you down.
What if they're cheery?
Be extra cheery.
I'll cheer up.
Chimichanga.
Cut it.
So long, pretty well, pip, pip, cheerio, we'll be back soon.
Well, have you seen how the mushrooms are getting bigger and bigger? They're growing, and they're not stopping. So, just saying.
I love you. Bye-bye.